Hey everybody, you are watching Ballerina Badass. My name is Georgia Reed, and this was day 4 of the Vibe USA Vienna International Ballet Experience Competition, or AKA they call it Dance Challenge, in Missoula, Montana. And I found out I woke up at randomly at around 4 a.m. this morning, no alarm, and I thought, "Oh, I need to check." And I went on Facebook and checked for who the finalists were, and I was not a finalist. I did not place. And I was like, "Ho, ho, ho." And then I thought, okay, go to sleep, think about it later. So then I woke up later this morning and I texted one of my coaches, and they were so sweet. They were like, look, uh, there's so many things that go into this. And I knew this already, but they said this again. They were like, we want to reiterate to you that A, a lot of different things get involved. And of course, it was a pep talk, right? I know. I mean, there's that thing of like, if I had placed, then when you do place, you're like, oh, yay, you were great. If you don't place, then everyone tells you why it's okay that you didn't place. So, whatever. But still, I want to share these little fun facts with you guys. A, at some of these competitions, the judges aren't even they aren't all necessarily well versed in ballet. Like they haven't always performed the classics. B, my coach had noticed that several of the variations weren't even using the original choreography. They had just changed it randomly. This is for the classical stuff, you guys, not the neoclassical. Uh, C, the politics involved are crazy. I actually found out one of the judges is a parent of one of the competing dancers. And it's like, wow, conflict of interest. But I don't know, maybe they recused themselves when it was time to decide about what their child had done. So, I, I want to hope the best, but then that child did place. Uh, in the finals, and I I mean, I know it's all subjective, but I was not impressed with their work, and I saw them in class. This particular dancer never finished a combination during the entire class. They kept on sort of half doing it, and then they'd stop and just walk off the floor, and I'm like, that's not professional at all. So then I saw them place in the finals. I was like, wow, okay, well, whatever. So there's always more to the story than we know. And my mom used to always say, there's your side of the story, their side of the story, and then something in between that none of us will ever really know what's going on. And I liked that because that sort of gives you a step back. But anyways, I did go to watch the finals, especially to see the senior finalists, and it was interesting. I wanted to see what I could learn out of this for next year. One thing I noticed, there was a lot of they didn't really dance through the music as much. A lot of them hit poses. Uh, the legs were high. There were tricks for sure. Nothing crazy, but there were definitely tricks. And a lot of the dancers' feet weren't as good. I mean, but they're between the ages of like 19 and 24, 25. The guys were older. There were a couple girls that were older too. And one of them was, oh my God, this girl, I'm going to say her name wrong, sorry. Nardia Boudou. She's from the Philadelphia Ballet, so she's a professional ballet dancer. She was beautiful. She did a beautiful job. I really hope that she wins something. And then they had the dancer who won the grand prize last year, and she performed again today, but they said her solo is a non competing solo, but she is going to perform at the gala. So she placed in finals, but it's a non competing solo and it's not going to count towards anything. So I don't know what that means, but it was interesting. I think there's so much more that goes on here that we can't even begin to comprehend. And as much as, I can sit there and go, well, I think I did this better, or I think they did that better. I'm sure every dancer in the audience and parent is sitting there thinking, my child did better, or I could have done that, or why didn't they pick me? And my heart goes out to the judges, believe it or not, because what a tough job such a subjective medium. How do you grade? What do you grade it on? One of the judges wasn't even able to be there yesterday. They were ill, and then they had to come in today for the final, so they didn't even get to weigh in on that, I guess. I mean, who knows? And I'm not naming any names, obviously, on purpose. So I think anonymity is important, and I respect this competition and what it's trying to do. And they do call it a dance challenge rather than a competition, which I think is interesting. So it's about bringing your game, bringing your A game, doing your best, and then letting the cards fall where they may. So, anyways, I learned a lot from watching. I enjoyed the performances. There were some really lovely dancers, and I'm excited to see what's going to happen with these dancers in the future. A couple of them followed me on Instagram. Oh, this is really cool. And I followed them back. What's really neat, you guys, is if you go to Dance Adore on Instagram, and I know, I think I spelled it wrong last time, DanceAdor, Dance Adore. They posted a little snippet of my neoclassical variation. And then what was really cool was one of the other dancers who competed, he was a male dancer, I think he was a tap dancer. He commented on the video and said, "Oh my gosh, he really loved my variation and said it was really good." So that meant a lot. So hop over to Instagram if you want to catch a few seconds, kind of blown out of me doing my neoclassical variation. But anyways, that's it. So tomorrow morning is the award ceremony. I'm going to go to that. I'm going to wear my new shoes that I got from Cala Shoes in UK, which are made specially for people with bunions. If you don't know who they are, I am a brand ambassador for them. I highly recommend you check them out. It's on Instagram as Cala Shoes UK, Calla Shoes UK. And they have a website and all kinds of beautiful shoes. And they just started. They're a brand new company. They've only been open for a year, so they've got open their first line. They presented their first line of shoes, and so I'll be wearing those, and I'll let you know how they feel. Of course, I'll have to wear my Uggs in the snow to get into the theater, and then put the cute shoes on. Doesn't matter how comfortable they are with bunions. Sandals do not work in snow, not for me. So, I guess that's it for today. Tomorrow after the morning ceremony, then I think there's a couple more talks during the day, and then in the evening is the gala performance. So we'll get to see more of the dancing. I don't know who they're bringing as guests. I have no idea. But then I have to go on stage with 39 other people who applied for the Silver Foundation Award, and they want all 40 of us on stage for when they announce which of us got selected. So I guess the rest of us stand there and smile and wave like it's Miss America while the one goes forward and wins, and we're all like, "Yay, I lost." I don't know. I'm still excited. I think they want to honor us and recognize that we all um, put in a lot of effort into our essays, because they asked, "Why do you dance?" Write an essay on why you dance, and then they would, what inspired you to dance, all the trials and tribulations you had. And I think that's great. So it's a really neat opportunity regardless. So I hope you all are having a wonderful weekend so far. Well, it's Friday. It feels like Saturday. Okay, I hope you're going to have a wonderful weekend. And I'll shoot you all another video tomorrow night. But in the meantime, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for your support. To all of you who caught the live stream, thank you so much. You're right, they did cut it off after a certain point, and they haven't shown the rest of it. I don't know if they're going to show it. I know they're selling copies of the whole show for an exorbitant amount of money, so I don't know how I'm going to get my hands on it, but we'll see. But you can try and find out as much as you can at danceadore.com, or go over to the vibe.international website and go to the Missoula section to see what else you can find out. And there's going to be photos, so I'm waiting to see when those go up. They might have a few, hopefully none of my face plant, but hopefully some good ones from the solos that I did. So we'll see, fingers crossed. But thank you all for watching. Thank you so much for liking and commenting and subscribing. I really appreciate it. My name is Georgia Reed. You've been watching Ballerina Badass. Never give up, never stop dancing. I love you all. Toy, toy, toy.